It's been nearly 24 hours since Will Smith made the decision live during the Oscars being broadcast to the world to walk up on stage straight up to Chris Rock and to slap him in the face, all after a joke that was made at his wife's expense by a comedian during an award show. And since that moment, everyone has reacted because it went as viral things can get. It was shocking. It was stunning. And there were a lot of people who were speculating, was it real? Was it not real? I think all the evidence is quite clear at this point. But something Will Smith didn't do that night was apologize to Chris Rock. He apologized to the Academy, did all these things after he won his Academy Award, but he didn't apologize to Chris Rock. Well, that has all changed. Will Smith apologizes for slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars. But how sincere is this apology? Well, we're going to talk about that, because if you go to Instagram, you can see that I can't leave a comment on it. I cannot leave a comment on Will Smith's Instagram post, which is interesting because, I mean, all of his other posts you can leave comments on. Look at this one here. You got comments on that. Comments on every single Instagram post, except for this one. Not his apology, because Will Smith is too scared to actually face the backlash and the consequences for his actions. And another thing that shows it to be so fake and phony is this apology was issued hours after this announcement. Oscars launch formal review of Will Smith after Chris Rock slap. So for those of you that continue to try to say that it was staged or whatever, I think based on all of the evidence, not only the video, but also during commercial break that wasn't broadcast, the fact that they censored what was broadcasted because they didn't want it going out, they didn't want those swear words going out on the broadcast. I think you could put all this stuff together and realize that this is a very real thing that happened, and that likely Will Smith is very sensitive about his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, after all the extramarital issues that have been very much in the public eye. And this dude snapped. It happened. And now the Academy finally, after a ton of pressure from people, after not really doing anything to condemn what Will Smith said, now they're announcing they're launching an official investigation. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences has launched a formal review following Will Smith's assault on Chris Rock. And we will get, I'm going to read this entire apology, but I want to talk about this first. The Academy condemns the actions of Mr. Smith at last night's show. We have officially started a formal review around the incident and will explore further action and consequences in accordance with our bylaws, standards of conduct, and California law. It appears that Smith may face some kind of disciplinary action or sanction, though it's unlikely he will be made to forfeit his prize. In its official standards of conduct, the Academy states it is, quote, categorically opposed to any form of abuse. Now, this is the same Academy that hands out awards to disgusting individuals who have done disgusting things. This is Hollywood, after all. We know this. So we know they don't really hold up to their own standards. In terms of will they do anything to Will Smith, I kind of doubt it. What kind of disciplinary action will it be? Who knows? But they have officially and formally started the process. A few hours after the Academy said this, we ended up with this from Will Smith. Violence in all its forms is poisonous and destructive. Man, it's too bad you weren't thinking about that right here, huh?
Richard! Oh, wow!
It's too bad you weren't thinking about that right here. That seems like someone who was pretty comfortable with the decision to be violent at that moment in time. Now, it says, violence in all its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. Like we've talked about a couple times, Jada Pinkett Smith has shaved her head because she has alopecia. Alopecia is something that causes like patches of hair to fall out, so she just decided she was just going to shave it. This is not a life-threatening disease. This is nothing like that. And the idea that somehow that is just impossible to touch for a comedian. How long have men got made fun of for being bald? Since the beginning of time, since the first dude had male pattern baldness, people started making fun of him. Both men and women started making fun of that man. That's a part of life. That's just the way it is. Male pattern baldness is definitely something that's going on with the body, just like alopecia. But no, that's okay. That's acceptable. But when it comes to this, that's, well, crossing the line. You got so many people out there defending what Will Smith did. I get 100% wanting to defend your woman. I totally hear that. Trust me. But at the same time, you got to think of where you're at. You're basically watching a stand-up routine. You have a comedian who's about to present an award, doing a little bit of ad-lib stuff there at an award show where they're supposed to be doing that type of thing. And this from Will Smith is just completely beyond the pale for me of something you do in that situation. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I'm embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There's no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. Yeah, and then for him to get up there, Will Smith got up to the stage and gave his acceptance speech. He apologized to the Academy, he apologized to the fellow attendees, did not apologize to Chris Rock, and then talked about love and kindness and all this stuff, all while not apologizing to Chris Rock. Fucking bullshit. This is fake. This is fake and phony. I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all the attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I'd like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will. Will's over 50 years old at this point, right? I'm a work in progress, guys. And to not allow comments on this is just completely bitch made. I'll be honest with you. To not allow people to comment on your apology, just it screams pussy. That's what it is. You know, Will Smith, this is a man who has stood idly by as him and his wife's, all their private lives have gone out there. The word cuck was trending today with Will Smith, if that says anything. But this was what crossed the line for him somehow. I think this is a guy who's had a strained relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith. It's been very much in the public eye. People have been making fun of him. People have probably been whispering around him, things like that about it. And it was finally just too much, and he lost it. It is definitely one of the most insane things I've ever seen happen on live TV like that. Not that we haven't seen crazier things than this, but when you look at the magnitude of it, who Chris Rock is, who Will Smith is, the idea that all this would happen during the Oscars right before he gets presented the Best Actor award, it's nuts. And again, there's some people that probably do still think it's skeptical. Do you really think if this was staged, you think if this was staged that they would have a black man slapping a black man over a black woman? I don't think so. If this was going to be staged, you know damn well that wouldn't have been the case. This is the same people that had Amy Schumer, the most unfunny person in the world, host the Oscars. Yet you think they're smart enough to stage something like this? And when you look at the ratings, it's still pathetic. I'm going to do an entire video specifically on Oscar ratings. This is the second worst rated Oscars of all time. It got a little bit of a bump, right? A spike when this happened. And then, of course, it trailed off. This is a pathetic showing at the Oscars. And Will Smith tarnished everyone's Oscars. For all the other people that won, nobody even knows. I have no idea who won any awards at the Oscars. All I know is what Will Smith did. Not all PR is good PR, contrary to popular opinion. Let me know what you think about this apology. Is it real? Is it fake? Do you think it just happened because of the investigation? Let me know in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. I'll talk to you guys later.